and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and did you know there are space dragons? Well, there are. Coming from the Edge of Eternities, we have Nova Hellkite. There's a 4/5 flying dragon. It is 5 mana, and when it enters, it deals 1 damage to target creature an opponent controls. It also has the warp ability for 2 and a red. It's hard to find a warp creature with haste because that is inherently very powerful. The fact that these creatures come in and then leave on end step with the warp ability is what keeps them in check. But this one can attack, much as red creatures often do. So you can haste in your Nova Hellkite, attack, pick off something on the opponent's board if it has 1 toughness, and then proceed to send this into the void, and out of the void it will come later in the game. So Nova Hellkite joins other dragons to make a dragon-themed deck. And Sarkin, Dragon Ascendant, loves this because Sarkin loves to behold dragons and make treasures. Magda says whenever crimes are committed, such as dealing 1 damage to opposing creatures, you get to make treasures, and you can sack those treasures to make dragons. You see how it all comes together? We also pick on non-basic lands with Magnetic Hellkite, Demolition Field, and Volatile Fault, giving this deck a little bit of a land destruction angle, and we kill every little creature our opponent plays where we can with the Twin Moss Stormbrood, also a dragon, as well as Torch the Tower, Fanatical Firebrand, and Burst Lightning. If you like a bigger red style approach to a format, this deck might indeed be for you. And if you're like me and you like a little value sprinkled in decks where you wouldn't expect it, you can decide to count on luck. This beautiful Aether Drift enchantment exiles the top card of our library. We may play it this turn, and once you get this one cooking, you get to basically draw multiple cards a turn and use them to destroy the opponent's cards. So if this sounds like something that's up your alley, don't delay, warp in today. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Dragon, 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 dragon. Magda, dragon. Let's go. Let's party. Ah, red. You are also a fan. Let's hold and see if they play something else before I torch that little goblin as mobilize 1. See if we can get an idea of what else they want to run. They want to run more headliners. They go to combat. Toasties. What you got? Yeah, trick? You trying to trick me? There you go. Out of there. So starting town implies it might not be traditional goblins. Maybe splashing for something. Anyway, the first Magda is here. Will it survive? Green mana. The might. Okay. Okay, make might big. Attack with both. Pump up something else. Yes, yes, yes. Brilliant. Now it's a 4/4. I will block the might. I have a backup Magda. What? What's that even do? +3/+2? What? Okay. Okay, opponent. You want to play rough? I'll just get rid of this might right now. Look at that, a treasure. So, you're down to this land and this headliner. What are you going to use it for? Full bore, huh? My goodness, these combat tricks, they just keep getting better and better, don't they? Well, you know what is a crime? Land destruction. I'm just going to go after the stomping ground that they just played, since it has the land types on it. Plains? What is going on here? What are they doing? Okay. Combat, huh? Sacrifice this. It deals damage equal number of creatures to target creature. Let's get in there. Send a message. Exalted Sunborn. Now you're warping and you get to make double. Oh my goodness, what is happening? That is a lifelinking 6/5 that's attacking me right now. Okay. And then this is gonna warp away, but what a life swing. It is 22 to 7. This is a 5-mana card. I can never let that happen. Let's see. Let's commit another crime. You got any more basics? They gotta run out sometime. Sacrifice 3 treasures for a 4/4, huh? 1, 2, 3. I'm going in. I'm not afraid. 7 life and a 5 toughness dragon. You can't kill me. You don't scare me. Sacred Foundry, a scoop. Oh my goodness, they were cooking, but we found the way to win. Torch, Magda, Sarkin. Count on luck. I mean, it's a good defensive hand. As for offensive, might be tricky, but we get to play Magic. Shadowy Backstreet. Binning what? Esper. Esper is typically still Pixie. There is a lot of good Pixie out there. The Cosmogrand Zenith, something like that, is a problem. The Relic, usually a 1/2 of in these decks. Ooh, I get to play a Sarkin and I get to have a dragon to behold. First time for everything. And now things start to die, most likely. Siren. Yep, nowhere to run. Good card. Fortunately, it's a legend and I have more of them. And I have a mountain off the top. So, Nova Hellkite can pick off this Siren. Is that really what's important? You give them an inch, they take a mile. We could also play Magda. Or we could also play this Sarkin and behold a dragon. Again, get another treasure and torch the Siren. I guess I like it. We could also wait, but they could play the Kirin. I'm trying to decide whether or not you torch this while they're tapped out. You could also run out Count on Luck and start getting extra cards. You know what? Yeah, let's grind. Let's try to get some value. They might not have a good solution to Count on Luck in their deck. They don't have This Town Ain't Big Enough anymore. It got banned. Yep, the Pixie Loop is here. There is in fact nowhere to run, but at least they didn't draw 2 cards from that. Are they going to hold up mana or use their map? Interesting. So they see the torch, so they go for the Pixie, but they hit land. Excellent. Burst Lightning. 2 damage to Pixie. We might be able to grind them out. I'm just going to keep their creatures off the board so they can't Kaido me. We warp in the Nova Hellkite. Hold on, I've got an emote for that. Where'd it go? Fire the lasers. I'm warping here. There, perfect. They still have a lot of cards. And they will continue to have a lot of cards, but so will we. Nova Hellkite also very good at pressuring something like a Kaido. Fear of Isolation. Touching their lands to make sure they're still there. Sure. Why not? More card draw. That is a Demolition Field. That is a Magmatic Hellkite. You want to get the Horde Master down when you can also trigger it fairly quickly. We could also get this down and start attacking them. But if we do that with one more mana, we can pick off a 3-drop. And their non-basic land count, we do want to make them work for that. Let's do this. I've got a plan. Since they're tapped out, we'll go with Magda. We'll pick off the Godless Shrine because it has types. That is a crime. So we get a treasure. And we'll start basics testing them. None? Oh, this is gonna get good. And we want to commit our next crime on their turn, so we make another treasure. Oh man, if we can find more Hellkites, Faults, and demo fields, they're in big trouble. Here comes the Zenith. It's a 2/4, which is pretty bad. So I'm just gonna make this play right now. In case they want to respond with a second spell before this is on the stack, and they do. So this seems clever. This seems clever, but guys, keep in mind, they don't get the trigger off the Zenith. Ooh, and we hit the Stormbrood. Ooh, okay. That is the answer we're looking for. In fact, this is going to work out really well. Yeah, I don't know if they saw that coming. So, a few options. We could play Hellkite, knock him down another land. We could also play Hellkite, this Hellkite, and take out the Kirin. I think we just take the Kirin out. This puts a dragon on the field that they have to think about. And we are swinging the game. Count on Luck is doing so much work. Fear of Isolation, nowhere to run. What will the target be? The Horde Master. And Momentum Breaker takes out the dragon. That's as good as they could have hoped for, including having the land to do it all. 2 straight lands off the top, not great. But we can remove the Fear of Isolation and we can drop a Hellkite. The question is, do I want this land? I don't think I need this land. Take out the types. They don't have basics and we know it. So now I could take out this blue. Full land destruction mode engaging here. Oh yeah. Oh yes, that's what we want on top. Yes, please. Stock up, go to 9. I'm not done with your mana base yet. Watery Grave. Oh, a grave it is, but not for me. Wow! Stone Rain Dragon, aka Magmatic Hellkite. Given the Pixie decks an attack from a different angle, and their mana is not safe. It's a fun hand. Let's play. We do need to draw a dragon. I think our deck can do that. What have we here? Sacrifice. Firebrand, but we don't want to use it until we have Magda down. The Blood Witch, I can kill that. That's interesting, and I probably will kill that. So they might have a Raise the Past already if they're willing to do this. Do I want to respond to something they do? I think I just do this now. The crimes have begun. That is a 1/3 Voice of Victory. Comes with 2 friends. And a nesting bot. So how aggressive should we be? Is this dragon time? I don't think the volatile fault make dragon attack strategy gets me anywhere. I really do want to count on luck, but I think I better wait another turn for that. So here is a Fanatical Firebrand. And this, I can't cast spells during their turn. But I can do this. Make treasure. And since they don't have a Sephiroth or some other type of blood artist yet, it doesn't hurt me too badly. Yep, and more sack fodder. Here comes some combat. Interesting. So I can block here and here. And sack, target, trigger, treasure arrives. We got rid of the Voice of Victory for now. And we can dragon, we can behold a dragon. Can we also count on luck? I think so. There you go. Behold a dragon. Uh-huh. Drop this. It does have haste. Opponent will probably block with Sage because they'll get it back when they raise the past, but right now they don't have a payoff for raising the past. They don't have a sack item, and they need one. Maybe I shouldn't give them an insect to block the dragon, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Servandum. Whenever another creature you control dies or is put into exile, put a counter on this and gain 1 life. Do I want to block then? I guess not, because you can remove when this dies or is put into exile, power is 4 or greater. Destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. So if I block something here, I prevent a damage this turn, but I probably take 1 next turn, and I take a lot of things off the table that could kill this card. So I think I just take it. Exile. It's another dragon. Ooh. Windmaw. This makes 2 treasures. Targeting, no, this makes 2 treasures if I use it and nothing else. Let's do like this. That's a crime. Put a little counter pressure on my opponent, and with nothing else to do with the mana, keep this one. Behold this. And we have a treasure. All right, they have 5 mana. Are they going to wake the past for these cards without a sack outlet? Well, with no attack, probably not. Demolition Field. That is a crime. It can be an instant speed crime. 2 treasures. Let's go for Firebrand. Target here. Activate. 4/4, make dragon and flying. Will that be game? Yes. Look to the skies. You shall see dragons, even in space. On the draw. But what a curve. What a curve. Our opponent's got the Lush Portico, which is probably a bad thing for us. We don't want to play against decks that run things like Overlords. We don't really beat those. We don't want to run against the Yuna enchantment deck, although really missing here. Got us the Sarima. What are we up against? Is this going to be a Kona deck? Well, if so, we're going to need to torch the tower. And we're going to need to bargain it. So here's your 5/5 flying space station. Search your library for a legendary creature card. Reveal it. Put it in your hand. And they got Valgavoth. Something tells me they're not planning to cast their Valgavoth. So this does feel like they're going to play a Coma. I think if we play a Hellkite, they can't get away with that. Takes 4 mana, right? This throws them off. Also grows Sarkhan. But without a treasure, I might be in trouble. So next turn might be Count on Luck Torch. And we might even have to sack the Count on Luck, which would make me very sad. But we do what we must. Oh, I guess this Sarkhan can make another treasure, potentially. There is that. Double dredgers. Yeah, this is a Coma deck. So the idea is Coma stations a starship and cheats out of Valgavoth. That's the big plot. Okay. And this is a 1/2 tap an untap permanent, add 1 mana. The Hellkite. Okay. So we have to have a treasure after this turn. How do you make treasures? Whenever a dragon you control enters, put a counter until that turn becomes a dragon. Okay. So I think it's play you, make treasure. Let's go. They're still at 20? Oh my goodness. I don't know how I'm going to stay alive long enough to make this work. I'll keep you. Behold, this is a dragon. Torch is available. And I can't sack the treasure, so we can't Twin Moss Stormbrood the Pollinator, which taps an untapped permanent, like even an enchantment, and does something cool. Also, once they station up the Sarima, the indestructibility could be a problem. There it is. And then all right, torch the Kona. Are you good enough? You're not good enough. Sorry, monkey. Who's not a monkey, who's a goblin pirate and totally not a monkey. Once the legendary creatures are indestructible, I won't have recourse. So if there's a second Kona, Kona. I'm in so much trouble. Seam rip. Yep, there you go. A defensive measure. Very wise. Ooh, what do we have to do? I think we have to kill this thing, but I guess I have a cool way to do it. Warp you. Swing. Put you at 5. Do I have to kill this? Do I have another damage? It's so tempting to go face with this. But the 1 mana could be the difference. So could the 1 life. That's tough. If we draw a land, Hellkite. Okay, do they have another one? If they have another one, it wasn't meant to be. Another Kona would get me. But instead, it's Scoop. As you can imagine, their hand being full of all kind of Valgavoth type cards. On the play with Sarkhan, let's do it. Hopefully we can just get a Count on Luck out on turn 3 and ride the beautiful train of card advantage. Looks like another sacrifice deck. I'll reveal this. And 1 Hellkite. They don't know about 2 Hellkites. Double Courtyard, good mana. Voice of Victory, yikes. Demo Field. What's the play this turn? We could take out the Voice of Victory. I think we could also just cruise in with a Hellkite and grow the Sarkin. I think I just make the opponent attack here into a 3/3 and warp out the Hellkite. Dragon, 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 dragon. Yeah, Voice of Victory, you don't want that. Another nesting bot. Sack outlet, yuck. But probably no attacks. Never mind. They know what they want. They want me dead. They're valuing damage. They should let the damage go. Okay, yeah, they shouldn't over here. They should get the surveil before damage. Yep, they're right. Now, can I find a torch the tower and exile this Zumbrel? They're bin in land, so they probably have another land in hand. The question is, do they already have a Raise the Past? They also don't seem to have a drain effect. Okay. It feels like it's Twin Maw. Twin Maw, kill this. Count on luck. We could also play a Nova Hellkite and try to race. That is smarter. You don't have flying, you take 5 damage. They're going to surveil a Blood Witch. Sure does seem like they have Raised the Past. Oh, wish I had a Torch the Tower so much. Nova Hellkite number 2. Swing for 8. If they don't have Raise the Past, we can just play a land and kill them. And to the surprise of nobody, there you go. Am I dead though? It doesn't appear to be the case. But I don't think I kill them here either. This obnoxious little creature they're going to create. So they need to respond as we target the Blood Witch. It's gonna take a minute. Timeline color. They probably just set up another Raise the Past is the most likely result of this situation. And count on luck, let's be honest, it's not looking great. I think it could be Screaming Nemesis and my deck would be better. Screaming Nemesis in my world is much less fun, but it's good in the deck. You can have it on turn 3 with a Fanatical Firebrand to ping it. You can ping it with your Nova Hellkite. No, you can't. Target creature and opponent controls. But you can ping it with your Burst Lightning, your Torch the Tower. There's a lot of ways to make it a good card. Yeah, if I'm them, just keep binning, find another Raise the Past because I can't beat that. They're thinking, though. If they sack the Witch now, they do miss out on some drains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is their current attacking power. I think I just have to go for it. They have to block. They don't necessarily have to block. But yeah, I have to try. If they have a Sephiroth or whatever. I see 11 with the color. They're going to take it. They go to 1. Okay. Like, if they have it, they have it. All they need is another Raise the Past, another Blood Witch, a Sephiroth. Any number of these things is game over. Well, if they have it, they haven't cast it yet for some reason. The longer they pause, the more better I feel. But it's probably just a trap. It's probably just them running around the room, probably excited. Forgot to actually kill me. Or they could be salting. They could be. It could be salty. Who knows? Who knows? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's what I see. But they can't bring this back. They can't warp this. They don't have 2 life. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And then what? Sephiroth. Okay. I see 3. Don't they need 1 more? Shouldn't they have done this pre-combat? Oh, they have the sack outlet. Oh, they had it the whole time. That's right. This is a sack outlet. Like, what were they doing? What are they doing? Just go to end step. You win. Why did you do that? Okay. Okay. That's the way it be.